Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Vidya. I'm there, ma. Yeah.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Is Mansa here?
No, ma'am.
Today,
Shailishree.
You are?
Shailishri,
Shailishree,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Stylistry. Okay, good, good.
She is anchored for today's session, ma'am.
Yeah,
Fourth
okay,
session.
fine. Very good.
Good afternoon, Madam Ravikant.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon. So Karthik has not joined yet.
He's going to join at 2:55, ma'am.
2:55. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, in this session, we are going to mute all the participants, ma'am.
Ah,
Because this is not a hands-on session, ma'am. That's why we are muting all
sure,
the
sure.
participants.
Like what we have done for sir's session, we'll do the same thing today, ma.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you.
So you give the instructions to the participants while introducing the, Shailashri can give the instructions to the participants, or otherwise when you are doing the introduction you can give the instructions, so that they will not worry. At the end they can ask the questions.
Sure, ma'am. I will
Yeah,
inform Shailashri to inform
yeah,
the
yeah.
audience.
Either one of you can
Yes, ma'am.
give the instructions.
Shailashri?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, ma'am. Don't be tensed. I'll inform the audience. So you could follow the same.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, I have texted in the group, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah, fine. On the screen also we can inform them, so there is no problem.
Sure, ma'am. We will inform.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure.
Good
Good
afternoon,
afternoon, sir.
Manohar sir.
Good afternoon, Manohar sir. Sir, you can unmute your audio.
Good afternoon, Manohar sir.
Good afternoon, madam. Good afternoon, principal, madam.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, madam. Good afternoon, madam.
Yeah. How are you?
Thank you, madam. Fine, madam. What about you, madam?
I'm fine, sir. I'm absolutely fine.
Madam.
Good afternoon, Manohar sir. Ravikant here.
Radhikant, sir. Good afternoon, sir. We are very happy to organize this type of FDPs from the Department of Biological Sciences.
Thank you, sir.
I appreciate Lekha Priya, madam, personally, and Ravikant, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Madam,
you, sir.
who are highly contributed for conducting this type of international level webinar, FDPs. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
All the credit goes to Lekha Priya.
Lekha
We are
Priya,
just supporting her, sir.
ultimate,
Not at all,
ultimate,
Very true.
ultimate acting person only, active person.
Without your support and encouragement, I couldn't do anything.
Definitely, madam.
Ma'am, sir.
From the department and from the college side, every support will be with you only, madam.
Thank you, sir. Yeshulu, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Madam.
Yeshulu.
Yeah, good afternoon. Madam.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, madam.
Principal, madam.
Karthik, sir.
Yeah.
Keshulu sir has a huge fan base in MSc, madam. He teach for MBC students.
Yeah.
He teaches biochemistry for MBC students, madam.
So this is for the first time I think I'm, meeting sir.
Yeah, madam.
Yeah. Yesterday, like sir was there for 2-3 sessions. I was addressing. I was actually talking to him also.
Yes, madam.
So
Yeah.
then, like Lekia was introducing that sir is very much here with us in the engineering college. So I'm quite new to the place, sir. So because after I came here, I came here during the lockdown, so could not meet most of you.
Yeah, madam.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we come from engineering college, I think most of us very rarely we meet,
sir,
interact with us.
Lockdown, none of our own college people are there inside now, sir. So I could not meet anybody personally as of now. Very few. It's only because of webinars that I could connect with all of you. Otherwise, it would have been very difficult.
Ma'am, Karthik sir has joined, ma'am.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, Karthik sir.
Yeah, good afternoon, Lekya.
Good afternoon, Mr. Karthik.
Yeah,
Actually,
good afternoon,
we
ma'am.
are very glad and we are very happy. All the sincere thanks to you for guiding Lekia so much.
Yes, ma'am.
Lekia would like to say that on her behalf, I am saying that all the credit goes to you in the organization of this FDP. So, Dr. Karthik,
No.
best wishes to you.
Yes, ma'am. Without sir, it's not possible, ma'am.
Yeah, I know.
Even
Nothing
this
like that, ma'am. So we are just guiding, and I know very well that principal without is organizing event is much bigger than giving the speakers and giving the talk. so we know that how much efforts needed. So it's a great effort, team effort. I can see from your side,
Yes,
you,
sir.
Lekia, and sir, Ravikant sir. The people I see last 3 days, 2 days, 3 sessions. Really is a wonderful, organized, and very unique way. So it's a very good team effort, ma'am. Really, first I should appreciate that. Your team
Thank you,
efforts.
sir.
sir,
You are first in the team, Karthik. I know the kind of effort you have put in to help Lekha Priya to organize this. Once again, welcome Karthik.
Karthik
Thank-
sir, meet our UG and PG coordinator, sir. Karthik
Good afternoon, sir.
Manohar,
Karthik,
sir.
I'm Manohar, sir. Good afternoon, Karthik, sir. Hello.
Good afternoon, sir. Very
Good afternoon, sir.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, sir. We are very happy to see you and to listen your FDP program. Today is a very interesting session. It is. I'm really enthusiastic to listen to your words, sir. Thank you. Thank
Very
you so
happy
much.
to know that, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Karthik sir, meet Dr. Keshavlu sir. He is
Hi,
associate
sir.
professor. Uh, Keshavlu
Okay.
sir,
Yeah. Hi, sir.
Karthik
Hi, Karthik, sir. I am Keshav here. Nice meeting you here, sir.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, nice to meeting you, sir.
Nice to see you here. Yeah. I think you have come
Yeah,
to our
good
college
afternoon,
once,
sir.
correct?
guest lecture.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
have
he
given.
has given one guest lecture in our. But yeah.
Yes, sir. I came a guest lecture when I'm in China during the vacation time. Like I invited, so
Yeah. You have come to
that
our
time I
college.
met Ravikant sir and a lot of people. I remember still some of the peoples.
Yeah.
You have fantastic memory, Karthik. You saw me a couple of years back and straight away you referred to my name. Thank you.
Uh, sir, at present,
So, shall we start the session, sir?
yes, sir. Now,
Time is 3:02, I think
your
now. So,
permission.
shall we start? After that,
Actually, people are joining on both the forums, Zoom as well as YouTube. So if you
okay.
mind, then we can start. Absolutely, no problem.
Shailishri, please
Yeah, ma'am.
start the session.
Actually, we will start the session. Then after that, any questions for that your faculty members and others? Today it's not just presenting. I'm just sharing what are the difficulty I faced during my publications and others. So I can share further after the talk also with personally to your faculties members and other peoples.
Yeah, so first you can finish off your presentation. Later on, we'll go for the question session.
Exactly, ma'am. Yeah.
Over to Shailishri.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Shailushree. On behalf of Sri Vidyaniketan Degree College, I'd like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you on this wonderful session 4 of second day faculty development program on how to publish research papers in high impact journals. May I request our Honorable Principal, Dr. D. Ashalata ma'am, to introduce session 4 of faculty development program. Please, ma'am.
Thank you, Shailashri. So welcome everybody back to the last session and the fourth session in the FDP program, in this 2-day FDP program that we are organizing on behalf of Sri Vidyaniketan Degree College. I sincerely, very heartfully thank all the participants for taking out your time and being with us here today. So this session, which is a kind of a complimentary session with which we are going to end the FDP, is everything about how to write a very good research article and publish it in the high impact journals. So at this particular juncture, I would like to mention and make a note that, like in the morning also, we had a discussion, Karthik, about this. All the faculty members, they were feeling the teachers are doing a lot, but we are the least appreciated. I was just quoting then, only God appreciates us more than anybody else, because we actually come before God, right? Mata, Pita, Guru, Daivam. So the teacher is a multitasker.
Yeah.
The teacher or a faculty is a multitasker. They are highly talented and they are the best, right? So we actually try to be the best and be accomplished so that we will give all the best to our students. That is what we always think about. So at this juncture, I would like to say that we are part of an organization, Sri Vidyaniketan Group, where our Honorable Chairperson, Dr. Mohan Babu Sir, Padma Shri Dr. Mohan Babu Sir, he has actually established an institutions in a suburban area, it's a semi-urban kind of a rural area, where the vision is very great. It is nothing like the students are different from an urban area to a rural area, where they are rightly trained and rightly given a proper education, they can take over the world. So the mission of the development of the college, or from the installation to the development, everything is so very fantastic that we are very happy to be part of it. And as a teaching fraternity of the institution, and from the inspiration that or motivation or all the encouragement that we get from our dynamic CEO, Shri Vishnu sir, and the entire faculty fraternity and the administrative team of the institution. We have all the sister concerns together here. We feel so happy that we share knowledge. And that is what you have started your introduction also to today. Like, sharing knowledge is power. Anyway, we think that it is going to help all of us a lot. And this faculty development program, as I was just looking at the past 3 sessions also, it was so good actually. And all the faculty members, they were very happy. They've connected from with us from across the country, from Kashmir to Punjab to east and west, everywhere down south. And we are very happy that we have an interactive kind of a mode happening in the FDP. Everybody is freely sharing. We are as if in a small room together in a digital room, and we are actually literally having a face-to-face kind of a conversation. So it's fantastic. As I just told you, the excellence of this entire FDP goes to the organizers or the organizing committee. I once again congratulate the team of the organizing committee, especially our student volunteers. They worked relentlessly. And apart from being very, relentless, kind of the work that they have done and very committedly that they have worked, they were doing excellent job, even doing networking as well as comparing. So a good note of appreciation goes to all our student volunteers and the organizing committee faculty members. So I hope. And one more thing that I would like to share here is that as a postdoctoral scientist, from that level to a person working with the full-time research, you can understand the lot of difficulties that we face with the publication in the high impact journals. At the very same time, when it comes to NBA or NAC or anything, there's a beautiful clause in everywhere, second, third, fourth, fifth criteria, whatever criteria it is. Like, we can publish anywhere, ISBN, ISS and everything, but we never get marks for that. And never it is counted. So it's only Scopus or indexed or all that. So, but anyway, to start with, the people don't have that much of, ability, or they don't have confidence to publish, or they don't have original work, or they do it in teams. So it becomes sometimes so very discouraging for them that if they publish somewhere not related to the high level impact journals, they feel that they are low. But as an administrator, I always push them. Doesn't matter if first you start publishing, then you can go to the next level. That is not at all a problem. I think you will agree with me as a publisher also. Let them first start writing, and then the automatic changes or the upgradation or what we call as making it up much better, or improvisation or revamping automatically happens. So I think your session is going to be very important, and it's going to be crucial, as well as will help them a lot in order to understand that there's no problem. Everybody, each one of us, we can write a research article, quantitative, qualitative survey, whatever it is, and we can actually publish it in very good high impact journals where the original work is very much appreciated. And each one of them, they will have a confidence that they are contributing for themselves as well as for the organization. I hope that all the teaching fraternity who are there here with us today, they'll take the advantage of all your all your expertise in this area, because you have been doing a very wonderful job in the area of publications. I think that will help them to actually publish good work in the future, including our students whom I was telling in the morning that they should take up writing and publishing in the due course of time, either UG or PG students. So thank you once again, Dr. Karthik, for being with us here today. And thank you all for being a part of this session. And without much further delay, I request Karthik to take over the session, and over to Lekya, for the small introduction and then the starting of the session.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I request our Faculty Development Coordinator, Dr. Charles Lekyapriya, ma'am, Assistant Professor, to introduce today's eminent resource person. Over to you, ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is a great honor for me to introduce and welcome our eminent resource person, Dr. L. Karthik Dise. He is an accomplished writer with several published works to his credit. Dr. Karthik is presently working as project lead of synthetic biology, Salem, India. He was a postdoctoral scientist in China for about 3 years. During this period, he worked extensively on CAS12A associated gene cluster and gene cloning, and he also worked on genomics, transcriptomics, and proteomics to find new antibiotics from sponge-associated marine actinobacteria. Dr. Karthik has over 60 publications in high-impact journals and has filed 2 patents so far and 4 patents under preparation. Sir did his master's and PhD in VIT University, Vellore, Tamil Nadu. Dr. Karthik sir worked as an assistant professor in the Department of Biosciences at Sri JJT University, Rajasthan, and as reader in Department of Microbiology at Shivaraj Medical College, Tamil Nadu. Dr. Karthik is an editorial member of several organizations. Dr. Karthik sir has a big list of awards to his credit. He is a fellow member of Linnean Society London. He got 200 Young Scientist Fellowship from Department of Science and Technology, India Young Scientist Award, EMBO Fellowship, and won PhD Nano Challenge Award at national level competition. He has obtained grant from Department of Science and Technology, Government of India to organize the conference. Positions and honors of Dr. L. Karthik sir are as follows. President, he is a President, Society of Chemical and Synthetic Biology, India. Associate Editor, Current Chinese Engineering Science Journal. Associate Member of Green Chemistry Network. Editorial Board Member of Current Biotechnology and the Open Biotechnology Journal. Communication Committee Member of International Chemical Biology Society, USA. Head of ESL, SIET, Coimbatore. Postdoctoral Fellowship from East China University of Science and Technology, China. Postdoctoral Fellowship from Shanghai Jiaotong University, China. Doctoral Research Fellowship from VIT University, India. Reviewer in International Journal of Environmental Science and Technology, Frontiers in Microbiology and Frontiers in Biology, Biofilm, Nature Journal, Scientific Reports, Nature, The Science of the Total Environment, International Journal of Biological Macromolecules, etc. He is a member of European Society of Nanomedicine, International Society for Environmental Information Science, Life Member of International Society for Applied Sciences, Indian Association of Applied Microbiologists, Indian Association of Parasitology and Chemical Biology Society, India. Dr. Karthik has over 60 to 61 publications in high impact journals with a total impact factor of 67.115, H index 19, has written 4 books and 9 book chapters. He has given guest lectures and plenary lectures in national and international conferences and organized several workshops, conferences in India. Sir, despite your busy schedule, you have accepted to be the resource person, and on behalf of the organizing committee, I thank you and welcome you for today's session. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. I'd like to invite today's eminent resource person, Dr. L. Karthik sir, to present on the topic how to publish research papers in high impact journals. Please, sir.
Yeah. So first of all, thank you for your wonderful introduction. I'm first and Dr. Lekia and the students hosting this FDP. Thank you, one and all. So I will share my PPT. Just see it's coming.
Yes,
So
sir.
can you see my PPT?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. So today we're going to discuss or share my experience on the publication, how to write high impact research papers. See, we all have the doubt, as ma'am just now said, Mada, Pida, Guru, Daivam, that means a God. So that is the order we have. See, the Guru, even the third person, we are the people keep on should update our knowledge, what is happening in our field. Further, the only choice is we can't only read the books because book is already who someone carried out the research. We are just reading their findings. But research paper is something is like a, we are what is currently happening in this field. See, when I am studying a bachelor time, I remember there is a no e-journal, assess kind of things. So when we want to read something in this field, when my professors, I still remember some of my professors always encourage, along with the just writing essay, I should write in the topic what is the current research is going on. So this is the way my professors are encouraged us. So we will always go to the library. That time my library have all out copies like a Nature, PNS. Even though it's a small college, it had a huge collection of hard copies. So we had the generally habit to read the hard copies of the journal and we'll update the things, what's happening in this field. But when it comes to the more convenient, like a e-journal, our reading habit is reduced because, as ma'am said, we have the more academic. Since before come to the company, I also worked around 4 or 5 years in the academic session. I know how much burden we have that. But since we have our responsibilities to read the research papers and what's happening, if we will update, then only we can educate our students what's happening in this field. Okay, so this is our main criteria, and not only to teach them, to update our knowledge in this field. So paper publishing is, as ma'am said, V8 and big institutes, when starting, they're not think about the uh, quality, or what quality is not compromised, but the high impact papers. So they first focus Scopus or UGC journal publication. So generally biology, chemistry is easy. Chemistry and others, they have keep on have some works to do. But only problem is the funding for them. Okay, yesterday Professor Shanmugam has given a very good talk on that. So my presentation will somewhat related with that content. It will come. Okay, so everyone first keep the positive hope that everyone can publish in Max, MBA, any field is possible. So today that's the things we will discuss. What is the types of article is there, which criteria we will fit, and what the way we can publish. So this is the way my talk will be there. So before going that, so we are all thinking past, as ma'am said, now when the NAC ranking and other formalities came only, we lot of people come to know publication. Before that, teaching means only teaching. Only few people will do research. Even management will not pressurize that. So this is the way we're thinking. Maybe it started just 20th century or something. But the reality is, the first journal started. Anyone have an idea which year it started? So the first journal started 1665. Just imagine that. The first journal name is Philosophical Transaction of the Royal Society of London. Okay, so the first journal started 1665. The person name is Henry Oldenburg. He is a publisher and as well as the editor. Okay, so this publication is not started today. It started from 1665 itself. The criteria is there. And very good thing is the journal is still running from 1665 to 2020. The journal is running. Now by weekly it's publishing. Okay, and it have the now two editions: Philosophical Transaction of the Royal Society A and Royal Society B. Like that, two versions they are running still. So this is one of the very high quality and impact journal in Royal Society. So this is the way that scientific publications started from 1665 itself. But so next question is, how to choose a journal, and what is the publication, ISS, lot of index, and this word keep on we are hearing that, but still we not clarify what is that. See, first what we should know, publication is house is different and journal is different. See, in the worldwide so far, currently 5,500 publishers are there. It's just like I'm constructing my home. Okay, then I'm giving for the rental someone. Whoever can come, they can pay and get stay there. Okay, so publication house like a home, and the journals are like I'm giving the rental. So whoever want, they can start. Some of the journals start by the publisher itself, and some of the journal can start by any researcher who is good enough, good strong enough team to run the journal. For that, you should write the proposal like a project. If you submit to that, then they will reply that in this field any already existed journals are there, you can continue, or they will give some suggestions. So any scientist can start the journal with the publisher support. Okay, so one of the top publishers you already know: Elsevier, Springer, Journal, Wiley, Taylor Francis, ACS, American Chemical Society, and Royal Society. These are all the very reputed publishers group. Every publishers have thousands of journals. Okay, so this is a challenging one, how to choose the journals. See, so far everyone have the criteria: ISSN number, ISBN number is there. So it means it's a quality journal. No. So what you should understand, see, when we constructed the work, what we will do, we'll apply to the corporation to get the number. We have our plot number or house number, right? Like that, ISO, International Standard Organization, providing this ISSN number, International Standard Serial Number, for the publication, both hard copy as well as the online copy. ISBN, the B is indicate book number, International Standard Book Number. So this is totally free of cost. So whoever start the journal, they can apply to the ISO. For that, the condition is the first volume you should publish at least 4 research paper and the 3 review papers should be there. If anyone fulfill this criteria, they can get ISSN number. So it's clearly indicate it's not ISSN number is there. It's not the indicate the quality. Okay, so it's just a number like a house number. That is the things you should remember. And next important thing, at least everyone using nowadays Scopus indexing or MEDEX, Medline, JCR, TSR. So what is meant by indexing? We are still confusion. Why everyone asking the Scopus indexing? So first you should clarify what is indexing. Any journal, if you go, they have list of indexing, Medline, this, that. So indexing is nothing but it's a kind of bibliography database. Okay, it's a maybe local or regional or any continental database. So that means your work is a distributed worldwide. Okay, so just a database, nothing else. Once again, it also not indicate the quality, but it give the wide range of audience who can read your papers. That's why every institute or public any people's promotions are this. The faculty they're asking minimum scopus indexing. So which year it started? You can see this indexing criteria also started from 1960 from Eugene Corfield, the Institute of Scientific Information. That is why it's called ISI. Okay, now is the first science citation index. Now it's called as a SEI index. Okay, after that several index came. That first automated index nothing but cites here. It started 1997, and we all know that Google Scholar citation and recent the Scopus Elsevier Scopus group. Okay, other than that, very popular three services. So as I said, SCI just now is a part of Thomson Reuters. So some people will call TSI or SCI. You should remember both are same. Okay, is just now I said is created by Eugene Garfield, 1964. So several groups are publishing impact factors. See, if you present something, different people will give different kind of comments, right? Like that, the publishers SCI, TSI, and even Bangladesh BSI citation index, Indian citation index, several groups are giving the impact factor. But worldwide, the accepted one is either SCI or TSI. Is nothing but Thomson Reuters. Both are same. You should remember this. This is the way the quality of journalists assess that. And second thing is the Scopus. I already said that Scopus is a just bibliography database. Okay, so whatever published is easy to see about their publishers and each person how many times cited. These things we will discuss deeply on that coming slides. And third is Indian Citation Index. So what you should know that these three are not free. It's a paid one. That's why most of the people are unable to assess this. The Scopus, Indian, that's why institutes are buying the Scopus and NCA and others. Okay, so most of the times we are using that sites here and Google Scholar because these two are free. Okay, but the efficiency is very low. How I will explain in my further slide. So other than that things, we know other two important things is Medline, PubMed. Okay, this is another two important indexing things. Okay, so Medline is mainly for the quality upon the publication. Medline name itself, there is a medical related things, bibliography maintained in this. And PubMed, we all know that is a central assess. It's also medical related and mostly biological related, completely covered in this PubMed. Okay, so ISI and Scopus. Okay, Scopus now mainly is looking for H index and citation impact. Other than bibliography, it's helping to calculate H index and citation impact. So as I said, the quality is then decided by the impact factor. They're deciding by either SA or Thomson Reuters group. Okay. So even some of the website in small journal who started just 1 year, within 2-3 months, they also publishing. The impact factor is of the journal is 5.9, 6.8. See, is a totally fake. This is called predatory journal. So you must know how to distinguish this. As I said, every year, 2020, just 20 days before 2020, impact factor is published. How they are calculating? See, the impact factor formula is all citation in 2017, and they will take 2 consecutive years divided by all articles published in 17 and 19. I am not calculating for 20, then it should be the citation for 18 and 19 divided by all articles published in 18 and 19. This is the formula for that. Is not included for conference proceedings and others. The new journal will not get anything. Okay, so these are the things you should remember. So always the volume, and you should remember. See, volume is indicate the year. Okay, the issue is indicate it's a weekly or monthly or bi-monthly, quarterly. That is indicated by issue. So why volume itself we can indicate this journal is how much old. Okay, so the impact factor based on this formula, this predatory journals calculating by themselves that impact factor, and they are putting that. So I can see some of the quality papers, some very good authors also publishing in the predatory and fake journals. So we should be very careful while choosing the journal. And that's why now a lot of people's creating the fake for that. So they created that another things. It's called site score. Okay, is a newly launched in 2017. Okay, previously I told impact factor they're calculating the 2 years. So in the site score they're calculating for the 3 consecutive years. See, for the 2019 site score in 2009, as I said now, just 20 days before 2020 also published. So the if I want to calculate site score for 2020, then I should calculate the citation of the articles published in 2017, 18, 19, 3 years. But in the impact factor, I told only 2 years. The site score, it will be calculated for 3 years and divided by all articles published in 17, 18, 19. Okay, this is the way they're calculating the site score. This is the new parameters. And other than that, now two more things are came. Everyone here, the SNP value, even your affiliations things, NAC and others, they are asking SNPs value also. SNPs also recently developed as a source normalized impact per paper. Is developed by Netherlands team. Is a subject specific. Your subject, what is the weightage? Okay, it's a common citation, the remaining two, but it's giving subject specific citation it's giving. Same way the Shimago, SGR, also developed by the Spain team, it is applied for journal, book series, conference producing, everything is the matrix is included SGR. Okay, so this is a 4 matrix, it's implied. Mostly currently everyone following that SEA impact or Thomson River TSA impact factors and SNP value and site score. These are 3 major criteria now everyone looking. So this all are paid. What you should understand, this is only not deciding the quality. But fortunate or unfortunate, the government decided these are all the factors should be there. I will tell what is the impact and impact factors influence the publications in the coming slides. So these are things you should be clear in that. Every journal when you open, these are all the criteria is there. At least we should be clarify that. This is all the indicate the quality of the journal. And the next thing is edge index. As I said, the Scopus, everyone, why they asking Scopus index, Scopus index. You know, worldwide, which is the highly cited paper, we all know that our biochemistry school time onwards, we are doing that chemistry titration, Lowry method. Lowry method is a million times cited. That means what? That research papers, when they publish, everyone followed, the result is reproducible. That means if we follow that paper, we will get as such the same results. But nowadays, most of the paper, if we follow, will never get the same results. The researcher always called, I am following this, but I'm never getting the results. This is the matter of reproducibility. So it's nothing but the H index. That means your paper, how many times cited. This is the way the Scopus is different thing. See, I just showing in this slide some example to you. I took my paper itself example. You can see that in Scopus index, my H index is showing 19. But same thing when I go to the Google Scholar, my H index is showing 32. See how much controversy this is. That's why Google Scholar H index is not at all acceptable. What is the reason means the Google Scholar is not only cover the journals, it cover any website, maybe they highlighted your work, other grey literature, preprint thesis, okay, and even sometimes it will be replica. Okay, it take 2 times the same paper. With that, it's a must. wrongly calculated, even self-citation. This all the thing is covered in Google Scholar. But in the Scopus, it's all will be screened. Okay, the no replica, you can see the any papers. And each time, particularly it will show others how many times cited, not your self-citation is removed from this. That's why the H index is nothing but it indicate how much of the work you uh, carried out with the reproducibility. Okay, this is a big impact. Okay, so that's why nowadays they're calculating the H index, how much H index you have wherever you go, you apply any jobs and go. This is the main criteria. So you must know that you never follow the Google Scholar. Scopus H index is it make an impact your career. So as I said, I'm also served as an editor, currently working in Bentham Publisher Groups, Wiley Groups, Talent Francis. I'm working in editorial board and as well as Nature and several groups. I'm a publisher also. So when we got the any papers or things, the publisher will give the two things, quality and quantity parameters. So previously, as they have any novelty of the work or something, yeah, I will tell either yes or no, this is quality. Nowadays, the question the publisher asking us is a quantity, give the mark 0 to 10. I want to evaluate this work is this much novel. Like I should give them evaluate the scale 2, 3, 4, 5. Like the scale wise, the quantity wise we are measuring. So that's why yesterday Professor Shanmugam sir very well said interdisciplinary. Okay, so you want to apply the interdisciplinary something new proposal when you go to the high impact or even the small impact also. You should think something new hypothesis. Okay, it should be some impact for the society. Okay, so something new means is not the same work. See, someone did the one plant and or some one microbes isolated the compound. The second person will take the another plant, another microbes and repeating the same activity. So most of the time, this is called repeatable experiment. So when we see as an editor or reviewer, we don't want such kind of work. So we want something new, either is a new compound, either new methodology developed, some your contribution should be there, that should be reproducible. So that's why this is a top reason is we are rejecting the things. So not impact, not trending work. As I said, when I started my talk, I said we will read the hard copies. That means this month issue we will read. So we are in the trend. What is going on in currently? So before choosing the journal, you must know the current issue. What are the articles published? You should look at. Then only you know. Oh, this is a current trend. The editors are accepting. So this is the most impact the things. So this is the way you should look it on that work. So next is poor language. We will discuss further and self-citation. Just now I said most of the people, if they publish their 10 papers, their paper itself they keep on self-cited. It should be avoided. Okay, and most of the times they're not cited recent articles. See, if 2020, 17, 18, 19, at least these 3 years, most of the papers should be cited. But most of the papers they cited in 1995 and 1920, very old reference they are citing. See, maybe introduction 1, 2 should be there, who given that definition like that. But as I said, you must know that trending means the last 2, 3 years citation only should be quote. Okay, and next important thing is leading scientist top journal article should be cited. As I said, the parameters like journal impact factors, a SNP, based on that, you choose the impact factor more than 5 or 10. Only those kind of journal you should cite. So it clearly indicate, yeah, you are currently worked on the recent topics in this field. Okay, so this is the way. See, most of the quality journal, if you send within 24 hours, we are getting rejection, means this is the thing. So now we will go to that deeply. We will see one by one what are the parameters. So these are 6 parameters I will cover very deeply on that. First thing is think before writing. Okay, before starting, we should think 1,000 times. As always, you should not think in the way of researcher. You should think if I'm an editor, if someone send the paper, what I will think, whether it's a logic, whether it's a very recent one, it have any novelty. Just do pitch of your research just 1 minute, like a, yeah, this is novelty in my work. So surely it's a suitable. And if someone repeat my work, it will be get the same reproducible result, as well as they will get the same result. That's a confidence we should have before start writing our paper. Okay. Then once I decided, yeah, I have sufficient data, it's really some audience, it's useful, this work. After deciding all the things, I want to choose what type I should have. So different types of article is classified generally the six types. Original articles is nothing but you really carried out the research, you have the new hypothesis, results, and new findings, discussions, everything. It should be the length 3 to 6,000 or up to 12,000 words allowed generally, the original research. And second category is review article. As Principal Ma'am said, if you don't have work this lockdown time, you don't have things, you people can work out review article. Review article is something you are already published work, you are critical concern and the existed published literature in this field. That means in this field, what is so far went. You are compiling all the published works and you are giving your future perspective on this field. This anyone can do. In our home itself, we can read thousands of papers and we can write the review article. So this is a way if in this lockdown time, so all people can do the review article. And with that, you can come to know that what is lack in this field. Because if you read from 1964 to 2020, compile in your field what happened, then you can come to know what is lack in this field. Then only you can write the future perspective in this your work, right? So then you can clearly know that yeah, this is a lack in this field. So once I go to the lab, this I can do this work which is lack in my field. So review article is something is very interesting and it's good to for the learners. Directly go to the original article writing. You can write review article first. Even some of the journal, the review article, all the people can't submit. They must have at least worked in this field 10 to 15 years minimum. You should work in this field and you published at least 50 to 100 papers in this field. Then only you are eligible to submit the review paper. For example, the journal called Chemical Reviews is the publisher, one of the famous publisher is Royal Society. Just now I shown who started the first journal. Okay, the impact factor, the journal. Okay, we can't submit the paper only by invitation. Okay, they will see, they will search like a scopus kind of things. They will see the H index of the each scientist. Then they will invite. We saw your H index. You have this many publications in this field. You can submit some review paper in your field. Like that, some invitation is there. Those kind of journal. So at least if people can focus the impact factor like a 1 to 5. This critical journal of critical review of microbiology, critical of biotech. So like that, every field has some only the review paper journal also there. Okay, so you people can target those kind of journal and you can publish. And third is clinical case study. So we all know that the passion is a medical related field. Okay, and the fourth category also clinical trial. Once again, is a field of medicines and clinical trial. Now also COVID trials are going. Lot of works are publishing like a Lancet kind of journal. So if you want to know what is update of the clinical trials about COVID, and all, you can read those kind of journal, Lancet kind of journals. Okay, and fifth category is perspective, opinion, and commentary. This is something very interesting part. Okay, perspective on this field or your opinion. That means you don't need to do any research or something. Okay, it's kind of review article, but review article once again you will write 6,000 words, 12,000 words, but perspective opinion just 1 to 2 pages you should write. Okay, based on your experience in this field, you will give some command or opinion. So in this field, so far, this much work is, as I said, the COVID. If you take example, the COVID, so far this much work is carried out. This is the clinical trial is going on. As an expert, my opinion is instead of taking this as a target for vaccine preparation, you can take another part, the antigen spike protein and others you can take for vaccine preparation. Like that, you can give your opinion without doing any research, just based on the previous work and your experience. You can give your perspective and opinion. Okay, this also mostly by invitation, and sometimes you can directly submit also by yourself. Okay, and last category is the book review. So it's clearly mentioned. This is once again insight and opinion on the already published books. They will give the opinion or comment something about the books. Okay, so this is a sixth category. You should choose which one is I want, which is I'm suitable for that. I add one more point in this along with the original research. One more word is that short communication. Okay, if I mentioned clearly in this 3,000 to 6,000 words or 12,000 words should be there, right? If it, in the case of short communication, it will be limited to 1,500 to 2,000 words only. That means you have some results, but it's not sufficient results to prove your hypothesis. This is called short communication. Okay, and we have another doubt also. Most of the time, we always think about I have only the positive results, only I can publish. If I have negative results, I can't publish, nothing like that. Now, recently, several very quality journals like a PLAS one, the very quality journals started. Its impact factor is around 2.9 something. This kind of journals now they are accepting negative results also. So this is the way the science something go in the fake side. Because we always think if you want to publish, I always have some positive results. If I have negative results, the science community is not accept, nothing like that. I tried this much things, then it go negative results. You can publish those things also because it will save the time of another researcher, right? If your hypothesis after some year another researcher started, if they read your paper, if they come to know they already tried that and this hypothesis not work. Okay, it's really helpful for other scientists. So nowadays the publication world is changing, not only accepting the positive results, negative result also can be published. So you remember this. So there is no fake data should be created. So whatever the original, you should publish as such. Okay. So now go to the next and we chosen that what is article type. I want to know that. Now the main thing is article structure. This is a very important thing. What are the things and what I should write? First important thing is title writing. So yesterday, as project writing, the professor said you always starting isolation, screening. If you write the basic way, the impact things you can't do it because you are doing still the basic works. So you should not use the word like a screening, isolation, very basic words. You should write what is your main findings. See, in this paper, I kept one of the ACS publication. The title, how they given, a tale of two tumor targets. If the same topic, it can be written in different way, like a screening of the tumor targeting compound isolation for the cancer therapy. But the same topic, based on the target topoisomerase and tubulin, there are two targets. With that, with the main finding, they keep it as a title. Okay, so as a reviewer or editor, we are expecting it should be like a meaningful and informative as well as it indicate that your main findings, your title should be represent, right? Because this is the main attract to the audience. After seeing the title only, I will read the full paper. Even most of the papers, the author should buy, right? If I want to read, okay, the title is something from, oh, I think they carried out something very interesting work, then I should go and read or I should buy this paper. Okay, so title is the very key factors to publish your work. Okay, the next thing is the abstract. So you know that all the papers after title abstract is a free one. So once read the abstract, how the audience or other researchers get interest to read our paper because the abstract have the six important component. Most of the people forget to cover this. Abstract have that introduction should be 1-2 lines, aim, materials and method, results, conclusion, and significance of the study. These are six parameters should be covered with the limitation of 150 to 250 words. Some journal maximum they have the 300 words limitation. Okay, so whenever you are writing abstract, you divide your abstract into the six column, six this title. Then you write it first. Okay, introduction, I covered the 2 lines, aim 2 lines. So it's a clearly indicate the abstract is coverage of the six title. Then only the audience come to know your entire work. Yeah, the researcher who carried out published this work, they carried out really some very nice work and it will be used for future work. Everything they come to know while reading your abstract itself. So always remember the abstract have the six title. The six title you should cover. So if you're reading any paper, your mind should go to the first this six title, it's covered or not. Then you clearly understand, yeah, all people covered this six. Or some people will remove introduction. If you go to the old times, they not start with introduction. Directly they go to the current study focused on. The aim of the study is, you can see always the starting line like this. So they will directly start with aim. Okay, so this is also not wrong. Recently, only they added one, two lines like a introduction, then they start with aim. The olden time, they directly start with aim, but the remaining structure will be the same. So when you're writing abstract or reading some paper, you remember these six titles. And next important thing is keywords. Most of the people will think, what is there in the keywords? Just we are most of the time you will see the title if as I shown the model topoism arrays and this same thing they will keep it in the keyword also, and even some small short form also will be their abbreviations and all should be strictly avoided. Okay, because the keywords, as I said, the scopus and other bibliography database, when they search, they will give the keywords to find the papers. So the keywords is very important key for the publication. Okay, it should not be repetition of the title. It should be something your important results, and you can use only the standard abbreviations, kind of like a DNA kind of things. If other short abbreviations should not use, they should give the elaborated one only. Okay, these are keywords you should remember while writing. And fourth important thing is introduction. So the introduction once again has the three subtitles. First is what is the problem? Why I chosen this work? Right? You should address the problem currently. What has happened? What is the lack in this field? Then, what is the solution I try to give for the problem? Okay, so for the problem, I want to give the solution through this the way. So hence or therefore, I'm doing this current study. The aim of the study is so and so. So the introduction, that's I have this three. So while reading the audience introduction, they clearly understand, oh, currently this is a problem and they want to give solution through this. That's why they've chosen their aim this way. So this three topics should be clearly addressed in your introduction. And the next thing is the materials and method. What is the equipments, chemicals, details, all things should be added. See, sometimes the quality, as I said, most of the chemicals what we are using or instrument what we are using is a local made, is not have that efficiency. So if you are working some equipment, we should write which make and which country. Everything should be written. That's why the title it's a materials and method. They're not asked only methods, materials also. You should tell each materials where you purchased. If you have the statistics software like a SPSS, graphite prism or software, that also you should write. We use the SPSS softwares, graphite prism. Everything should be included in this. Okay, and next important thing is the result and discussion. So what is happening in this result and discussion? Results, obviously, your findings you are writing, but the discussion is the biggest lack. So discussion means you should remember is just not quote the previous work. For example, I got the protein activity of 5 microgram per liter. You are comparing in 2010, another author, for example, 2010, Kumar et al. Got only 4 microgram per liter. Compared to them, I got the high activity. So discussion means it's not like only comparing the previous publication. You should justify why you got that 1 gram high. As I said, previous paper 4 microgram per ml, you got 5 microgram per ml. Why? Why you got that? What is the scientific explanation for that? It may be that the plant may be grown in, or microbes can be grown in some adverse condition like a hydrothermal vent or deep sea kind of thing. Due to that high stress, it may be produce a new protein or the protein content will be high for its survival. So your discussion should be like this. Not only quote the existing paper, you also scientifically should justify why you got the high. This you should remember. With scientific data, figures, and tables should be justify that. And next part is the conclusion. It should be short, clear, and main thing is what you are suggesting for the future. what way it will be used for future, or what is you are leaving to the next research people, what the way they can continue this work. That's why in abstract I clearly mentioned it's a significance of the study is nothing but your future, your work, how it leads to the future. That is the most important thing. Most of the people conclusion means once again they are repeating same like a result session. No, you should address the future. What is the significance of your study? Okay, and next part is acknowledgement. See the authorship. See nowadays most of the journal asking each author what is their role. You can't include. See nowadays the trend is coming like a, if I just read your paper, immediately the person is asking, sir, please include my name also. Even if between the professors, I came to know some of the professors in big institute also, if they given just some bacteria to me, some plant, sir, I don't know this plant, can you identify? If they identify, immediately they're asking, sir, can you include my name also, author? It's totally unethics for the publication. Remember that. Who is author and whose name should be addressed in acknowledgement? Who is helping for the proofreaders and other thing, their name, who is even helping identifying plant, their name should be included either in the material method for identification part, or it should be given in acknowledgement, not in author list. So you should clearly should know how to differentiate is the author or the name should be included in acknowledgement. Because nowadays the editors and they were very clear that particularly editor and publisher, they are clearly checking each author what is the role. Why this author name is simply included. If you have mentioned that this author is did the proofreading means it's not accepting one. Okay, their name should be given in acknowledgement. Okay, not in author list. So you should remember this. And next is references. So you all people know that, as just now I said, you should not do the self citation of your work. 1, 2 is okay, but you should not give more papers, more than 3, 4. You should not cite it your self citation, and you should cover worldwide reference and very recent work. You should cover. So for that, most of the time, full stop, comma, reference styles keep on will change. I think Dr. Vishnu Kirti given the wonderful lecture on the first day, EndNote and mainly softwares, what is the use. It really helpful to write your references. So there you can clearly know that recent reference, what he covered, there is no full stop, semicolon errors, everything should be covered very neatly on this. So EndNote mainly you should use to avoid the error on the reference section. And last session is supplementary information. As I said, the original article have the limitation. Just now I said 3,000 to 6,000 words, or sometimes 12,000. Most of the time 3,000 to 6,000 words. But sometimes you have the more results and more materials and method. So what you should do? And even like NMR data, other data, where you should keep. Yeah, all the data you should keep it in your supplementary information, not in the materials and method or result and discussion. Okay, so that means from A to Z, you should all the details should give. So as a reviewer or editor, we will check. Yeah, they have all the data backup they have. Then it means it can be reproducible. It is possible. Okay, so all the other information you should give it in your supplementary information. Remember that. So this is the structure of the any paper. Okay, so this is the types and structure we cover before starting. Our next thing is once again back to the choose the right journal. So what is the tools are there? See now recently 2 tools are there for this also. The first tool called as a journal finder. Okay, this is how the LC work. In this, if you put your title and your abstract, it will directly suggest who is publishing the similar kind of works. If I put my title and abstract, you just see that immediately it will produce the results like this. So in this, I clearly get, you can see every information. First thing is, after submitting my abstract, I got the several suggestion. For example, I show the 2 journals to you. Trends in biotechnology, I got ISSN number. What is the site score? I got it. Okay, site score is very high. And impact factor, I can see 14.34. And I can see acceptance rate. Oh, it's having 99% acceptance rates. And the first decision should be the 5 weeks. And the time of publication is 22 weeks. And the next journal I'm seeing the site score is 5.3. is less only compared to the trends, but impact factor is 4. As well as you can see the acceptance rate is very low. Some journal acceptance rate is only 4% also. Those kind of journals you can avoid in starting stage of your publication, because if you submit, keep on, you will get a reject. It will give some kind of frustrations. So always you should see not only the matching of your journal, as well as you should see the acceptance rate of the journal. And second thing is the first decision. See, 5 to 6 weeks is quite good time. So then your publications will happen 2 to 3 weeks itself. Because I have some very good, as I said, I have very bad experience also. And I'm starting days, I don't know, those kind of softwares not there when 2008, 7 is the starting times. When we do that, we submit to the journal within when I night I will upload and go to sleep. Next day morning when I open my mail or my professor mail, it will be there. The paper is rejected. No explanation, nothing. They given 10 reason, as I mentioned in my starting slide. No novelty, no reference style proper, is not suitable for aim and scope. Every details will be there. This kind of things should be avoided while using this kind of things. But one of the drawback in this journal finder is only showing that those journal are supported by the Elsevier publisher. Only Elsevier journal only showing, not any other journal. For that only, another thing is Web of Science. Web of Science, it's covering the most of the journal, is another big database. So it have the software called Manuscript Matcher. It also have the title and abstract. So if you submit, it also directly match, and it will help you to choose which journal you can publish your work. So Elsevier Journal Finder is only focus on tell about only Elsevier journals. So Web of Science, it cover wide variety of journals. This is the way you can choose your journal which you want to publish. And next thing is use the correct process to write the paper. So okay, now let's start writing paper. I chosen the journal which is a type I want. I know format everything. So what I should do? So first, we all know from school time, first rough draft, fair draft, same format only. First you do the rough draft. Don't see any grammar mistake, alignment, format, nothing. You write it in your own language and write it by rough drafts. Title you put it abstract, introduction, material, methods, everything you write it. After writing everything, you give it to that your either your colleagues or any other field. Suppose you are a biology person, you can give to the chemistry person. Okay, because the audience should be nowadays interdisciplinary. Wide variety of audience you should cover. If you return something and if you give your chemistry friend, the chemistry friend understand your concept means your writing is success. Whereas any other person. This is simple logic you remember. Why most of the time is wasting means when you submitted the editor reviewer, most of the time we not understand your concept, what you are trying to convey. So before that, you should do such kind of practice. You should give to either your colleagues or your other department friends. They will go through that. They'll give very nice suggestion. Okay, so this is a way you can write first rough draft, then fair draft. You can make it and you keep on. It help to revise your manuscript. Okay, you keep on should do revise. Okay, first time itself, no one gets success. As I said, when I put the first my paper, I got continuously. I will tell you, 7 days I submitted in 7 journal. That time I don't know EndNote and others, so manually I changed the journal format, and everything within 24 hours I got rejection. I totally got frustration. 7 days, 7 journal rejection. You can remember. You can think what kind of frustration I had my starting days in 2008. Then I slowly start to learn by myself what the mistakes I'm doing. In during conference and others, I try to interact with the editors and others. Then I slowly start to learn what are the mistakes I'm making. Because most of the time I feel myself proud. Oh, my paper is very good. It will go surely will accept. Such kind of overconfidence also should not be there. You should give to your friends, colleagues, and other department people. You should accept your mistakes also. They will give some. They are the first reviewer. Even we can give to our parents also. If they are same field or they are in some other field, you can get their opinion. Research is, see, research something means you are telling to the public what's happening in your field, right? So all the audience should accept your research. See, now every people looking the COVID research, those who not in biology, chemistry, max, all people looking what happening, COVID research, what next is going, any new medicine is discovered, everyone looking, right? Such a mentality every field people should think. So for that you should revise and you should accept your mistakes. And next important thing is language. Okay, most of the times we are Indians, we have wide things, Tamil Nadu, Andhra, Kerala, everyone we studied their native language, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Hindi. So most of the time we not the tongue. So no need to worry about that. As I said, first you making a draft which you convey as a message. As I said, interdisciplinary. Interdisciplinary means it's not only you should connect with chemistry or physics, other people. No. Every college have the English department, right? But we not using them so far. The publisher have that paid service. All the LC publisher have the paid service. If we send one page, they are charging $200 to $300. Okay, instead of that, we can use our college own source people. We have English department professor. They are great expertise, right? You can give your paper to them, do the corrections. Okay, so such an interdisciplinary collaboration should be there. You should not spend more money for this. Go and politely explain your concept to the English professor, then they will understand, they will happy to help. Okay, so you should use this opportunity. So interdisciplinary not only for research, including your manuscript writing also. So while you writing, what is the basic point you should remember means, so write short and direct sentence. I mentioned some other points. Few things I want to highlight. The first thing is the sentence framing. Mostly it should come only 12 to 17 words. Some sentence we can see, 30, 40 words they are using for single sentence, using comma, semicolon, keep on they making very broad. It should not be like this. It should be concise and you should use maximum 12 to 17 words only. You should remember that. And your facts and hypotheses should be in the present tense. And experiments results should be the past tense. You should always remember this because the experiment is completed. Okay, the basic present tense, past tense, you should remember this basic while writing. Okay, and I give very basic example. I want to discuss color and color. Okay, what is the next basic mistakes we are doing while writing the manuscript writing? If you are writing, see, Indians are ruled by British, so most of the time British. Now the American English also mixed. So previously they will use the Tanglish or anything. Now they are using the another English is American British English mixture. This is also not acceptable. Remember that. Okay, if you are writing your manuscript, the entire manuscript from starting, from title to still the supporting information, you should write either American English or British English. Remember that. So for that, I given some other very basic example. Color is COLOR is the United States, US English. And color, if you used is COLOUR is a British and other English speaking countries. Same way like a honor, traveling, favorite. These are the words we always have the confusion. What I should use, either you should come or should come. Okay, so these basic things you should check while writing. Okay, you can use a Google. We have the ultimate things. If you have any doubt, is American British. This every word should be remembered. But the entire manuscript should be either American English or British English. You should remember. Not mixed of this. It's not acceptable. Remember this. This is another major mistakes we are doing. That's why the rejection when putting the simple word grammar mistake, English mistake. That means you think everything is I made right only, but still why they rejected? It's nothing but you made an American and British English combination. That is also reason your manuscript got rejected. So you should remember this is one of the important criteria. And another important thing is you should not use some big phrases. You should use some short things. For example, a number of several, fewer in number, fewer of great importance, important. Like that, the journal has some important phrases. or words. Instead of using big phrases, you should use a concise word. Okay, for that we should keep on do the dictionaries, vocabulary practice also you should keep on do that. Okay, so you should remember this kind of things while grammar writing. And next important, ensure the paper is up to date and right content. So at the end we should, our recent papers are included, or our papers top journals are included, or leading scientists cited, or there are too many self-cites. For example, if you are working on nanoparticle carbon nanodots, you all know that CNR Rao, Professor CNR Padmashri, CNR a well-known person, right? If you are working on this carbon nanodots, but if you not cited CNR Rao means, is clearly indicate that you not studied any recent updates of the person. Okay, it's not only that you should follow the paper, you should go through the pattern also. So some people have the confusion that this also. So once I patent, after that I publish, or once publish, I can do the patent. Remember that once if you published, you can't file the patent. But once if you file the patent, you can able to publish the paper. Okay, so always remember first you file the patent. Okay, then you publish. If you mistakenly your novel data, if you published means that's it. You are not eligible to file the patent. Okay, remember these basic things. Okay, and there is other any self-cited or any other reference internationally distributed. These are all the things you should ensure for go to that. And another important thing is covering letter. We always have the things. Covering letter means what we are writing. You know, most of the times you don't think we are reviewers, editor, reviewing only that your paper. Before going that, we will read your cover letter. You know, most of the people what they are writing covering letter. I am so and so college. Herewith I am submitting this paper for your kind journal for your publication. What is there? Yeah, we already know you are submitted in this journal, right? The same thing you are repeating in covering letter. What is the use of that? Okay, so the covering letter you should not tell we are so and so people, we are submitting this. We don't want that. It's like you should write your abstract kind of things. See here, I'm showing one of my model covering letter how you should write. You should highlight what is the novel results you got it in the study. That is the thing you should address in your covering letter. So I clearly shown one model covering letter to you. Dear editor, I'm submitting here the manuscripts also, the authors in bracket. Okay. And I'm clearly stated what is the important results I got it in the study. So that is the thing you should highlight in the covering letter. Okay, and other than that, you should write no conflict of interest and other no legal responsibilities, the part of publishers. So this is the thing should be there in your covering letter. Remember that, not just author name and paper title. Okay, so at the same time, you are mentioning no conflict of interest and others, no copyright or other issues. You remember that if you are taking any images from any other journal, the journal publisher, you should get the permission letter. Okay, you should send the mail to the publisher. Then one journal, one publisher, one journal is a free to access. More than one figure, if you copy from other journal, you should pay for the journal. Remember that. Okay, you should legally get the permission for that also. Remember for anything, because most of the time in writing the review paper, they will take the image from the previous publication. For that also you should take. But each journal, for each publisher, one image is free. More than one you want to pay. Remember that. Okay, so that should be addressed. Okay, after this I'm sending. Then the journal send the major revision or minor revision. That means you succeed 50%. So you want to cross the remaining 50%, you want to succeed. That is also covering letter play important letter. Because when I'm said, once again, the people writing in the covering letter, yeah, I addressed all the issues. Like that, simply they're writing in one line. You should not write like this. Remember, you should address like this in your covering letter every question. Before reading your corrections, we will read your covering letter. What is the each question stated by the reviewer and what is your answer for this? So a covering letter give detail like this answer to the reviewer. First, you should thank to them, and you should clearly write one word like one sentence like all the corrections are highlighted in either yellow or red color. What you highlight, it should be highlighted in different color. Once the minor major correction, you should be addressed clearly in your revision letter. In your revision covering letter also clearly address. See, each I mentioned the each question, what is the answer for that I given. It's not the mean all the suggestions, questions you should accept it. Sometimes you can tell against that also. You can argue to the reviewer. You can give some evidence. No, this is my point of view only right. For that, you should give some reference, supporting data. It means all the correction you want to do is not like that. Something you don't want to change, you can tell in your answer in polite way. That also can be done. Okay, so in a covering letter, this is the important thing you should remember. Once summation also, and it come to revision also, it should be written in this style, in this format only. This is the most important. And next, on final important thing is research ethics. After everything is written, see, you told something like, sir, some definitions are common. What I can change? See, for example, I always give the very basic example is, if I'm telling, what is your name? Someone asking, I'm telling myself is Karthik. So Karthik will always not change, right? But myself, instead of myself, Karthik, how I will introduce different way? I am Karthik, right? So your sentence framing, when you're seeing one paper and you want to quote in your paper, the Karthik always not change. But instead of myself, I am Karthik. That is the sentence change you should do. If you not do that, it will go to the plagiarism. For that, now all the journals have either I authenticate or turn it in software. This is the institute should buy. My request is principal ma'am and others, you should before submitting the paper, all the publication should be go to the two kind of screening. One is your English department should go through that English grammar correction, and second should go to that plagiarism checking. This is the way you can improve your quality of publication in your institute. But this is obviously because we can't buy, because the yearly subscription is very high. Turn it in software and I authenticate. So institute should support to the authors. So publication team should be created each institute. This is a very, when I saw in China kind of thing, I worked 4 years in China. They have a very good team like this. Okay, when do the researchers, so the faculty also have other works to do. So institute should support. In English department, they should nominate 2-3 faculties. They do the English correction, and other 2-3 computer department should have this software. They will help you to check the Turnitin software. It will tell you exactly how much similarity index, where you copied internet source, where you copy publication, student papers. Each paper it will tell where each line it will tell where you copied. Within 10-15 minutes, I will get this report. So once if this come to know, your paper should be retracted. After publish, your name should be blacklisted. Recently, several IIT papers, image and this IIT even lot of papers retracted, you can see. Because of this plagiarism, softwares came, lot of advanced softwares came to know. Olden times, there is no softwares like this. Now everything softwares. So while writing paper, you must know how to use these softwares also. Okay, so we should be updated. So there is no copy paste. So this should be clear research ethics. Remember this. If you do that also, it can be deducted within 10-15 minutes using the software. So remember the institute, I'm requesting the institute people should buy Turnitin software for this purpose. It's really helpful for all the faculties. Before submitting, this 2 screening should be done. So then at last, I want to conclude impact and impact factors. So let's discuss that. So always the impact factor is important. No. Remember, the impact factor up to hundreds are there. Some journal have up to 100 impact factor. Some journal have still 2 impact factor also. Even they are publishing last 100 years, they are running the journal. So sometime remember minimum Scopus index, why they are asking the Scopus index when you want to get, it should be the journal should be run minimum 3 years. That means the journalists keep on running. They just not open the shop something and closed within 1-2 years. That's why they're asking Scopus index. You remember that because most of the journals are running. They're publishing 1-2 years because they are publishing 2,000, 3,000 rupees. Within 2-3 days, you'll get the acceptance. It's not peer reviewed or blind review. Simply they will accept, pay 2,000. It come immediately 7 days online. It's all predatory journals. Remember that. More than impact factor, what is the impact it made your work to the public? Remember this. As principal said, your every work should be cited by or referred, reproduced by produced by other people. For that, I always take the example is Santosh Yomura. In 2015, he got the Nobel Prize for medicine. He published 1,000 papers, but any paper he not published like a Nature, PNS kind of journal. Because always everyone asks, you published in Nature, you published in PNS, you published in Cell Science. Everyone asks big journal, right? In his entire life, you published the paper. The impact factor is 2. The journal is called Journal of Antibiotic. Okay, his impact factor is how much? Just 2. But all his paper have more impact value, more than impact factor value. Okay, because all his antibiotic is commercialized. Okay, 1,000 papers I said. He have more than 100 patents also. All the market what we are using drug, most of the drug discovered by him. One of the drug is artemisinin. For that only he got the Nobel Prize. It is used for night blind diseases. Now even they're using for tuberculosis and other drug resistant pathogen. So the professors and researchers always remember, don't see the scopers and others. More than that, because that is all paid thing. Okay, once the journal have good money, they can pay for that scopus, they can get the scopus index. More than that, what is the impact made for publication to the public? Okay, so that's why the H index is the main important role. So all people remember this, impact only your paper should make, not impact factors. Okay, so that is a way we can maintain quality of the research of the institute as well as the person. Okay, remember this point. At the end, for this, to achieve this quality publications, the institute gives some time to the people because, as I said, I published 2 papers in class 1 and nanomedicine, natural communication also I published. The impact factor is 7 and 10. I got the 3 times review. I got the after 1 year only my paper published. But that 2 papers still have more citation, still have I have good impact on this 2 paper. I proudly can say. But for that I waited. I had more passions on this. So the management also should give some time to the people. We should not ask the people within 1 month to most of the good colleges or universities also pressurizing the faculty within 1 month publish, 2 month publish. How it is possible? Give some time. I said even the impact factor 0.23 taking 3 months for the review because it go to 3 to 5 reviewer system. As I said, when go impact, it go to the up to 1 year. As I said, I have my own experience. 2 papers I published after 1 year only. 2013 I submitted. It came online 2014. 3 times they send the revision. Okay, so I'm requesting the principal and high authority peoples to give some time to the peoples to encourage to publish the quality papers and high impact factor. High impact factors will not come in within 1 2 days. We should make some team, interdisciplinary team like this, and we should give the support like English support, plagiarism support, and all other department. Then the institute can proudly say maybe 1 2 years you can't achieve this, but after 3 5 years your college can publish some high impact and quality papers. We no need to show any fake data for the NAC committee and other committees for ranking 5 star, 3 stars. Okay, if we encourage your faculties like this, after 5 years, we have all quality papers with high H index of every faculty. It's for their personal growth also, as well as for the institute growth also. So for that, we need passion as well as with the passions. So thank you very much for all of you for listening. So it's a time for question. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing your wide knowledge and experiences. Publish or perish is the order of the day, and one wants to remain in scientific community for a longer period of time. Publications are mandatory. I am sure Dr. Karthik's lecture helps the researchers to publish their work in high impact journals. I request Dr. Sridevi Ma'am, Assistant Professor, Sri Vidyaniketan Degree College, to start question and answer session. Over to you, ma'am.
Session, sir. Then you have showed your presentation in which we can identify the what is the fake journals and what is the genuine journals to choose depend on the calculating the impact factor. And that too, I had a few questions with the participants, sir. Is there one question is that
Yes.
is there any version so that we can check by using payment for the number of time we for our paper in Turnitin?
Ma'am, can you repeat, ma'am? Your voice is
Yeah,
not clear. Can you
question
repeat
is
the question?
very confusing.
Which means, so for example, that like Turnitin software, we can have so much any type of versions is there. So in that we can have a payment basis. So that's why our paper can be submitted so many times for errors, algorithm like that.
Nothing like that, no. So plagiarism, Turnitin, that's what I told. The Turnitin software handled by the computer department. I said there is one option is your paper or other your previous time checked one can be removed while checking the second and third time. So there is no confusion. If you submit 10 times also, that the previous copy can be removed from that. It not take it as a count. Okay, so it not be reproduced every time. As I said, the plagiarism clearly showing which paper you copied, right? So it show your previous copy means that percentage can be removed very easily, ma'am, in Turnitin software. So there is no issue on this.
Okay, thank you. One more question, sir. Is there any software to make sure our manuscript is either in British English or in American English, sir?
No, ma'am. There is no software like this. Some softwares they are like a Grammarly kind of softwares, but it's giving the sentence corrections kind of things. But I will not recommend those softwares. That's why I told every college we have the English department and our self-interest. That's why we told when school time honors we have in our mind, English department is something is not likable, right? English teacher when we saw we will run away. That is the effect it's showing till today that most of the people we're not strong in the grammar on this. So for that it's our interest still we keep on should read dictionaries and others, as well as we should get the help of the English faculties only. There is no softwares to differentiate these two languages.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, here I would like to add, sir, as you rightly said, it's going to be a huge team effort. So that's what I was quoting in the beginning as well. So all of us together can really work out on, as you said, start first of all, and then, develop on the quality of the publications. So that has to start. Somewhere we need to start. And once we start, as you said, at the end of the time period, we are ready for any kind of, inspection. So that should be the way every faculty understands the situation. So definitely, all I hope that all the faculty who are part of the FDP as well as the faculty of SVDC and other sister concerns also, I think we can take it up very, a healthy kind of a competition kind of a spirit where we actually talk about our own creative self and then, getting help from others to make it error free. So when we are drafting, as we go for the first, second, or the final draft, we do reviews, and taking help from the English faculty is the right thing. As you told, sir, this was what we were doing in the university also when I was studying, or in a sense, first we started writing, and in the course of the time we started correcting as well. Yeah, in some of the universities, the young research scholars, we spend a lot of time correcting the documents of others, because that gives us a huge kind of a experience to go through a lot of subjects. We learn a lot about a lot of subjects as well. So that was also very good. So I think this team spirit is going to be more useful for us in the future when we start working like a team, and then the publication of the papers becomes really substantial in the coming days. Thank you.
Exactly, ma'am. As you well said, ma'am. Actually, that olden times, even up to my time, the junior-senior relationships are good. As you said, when the
Yes.
junior-senior, when we write, everyone will read before going. The junior will write, give to the senior, and we will correct in hard copies. That time, you remember, maybe we will give the
Yeah, yeah.
printout. So line by line, they will round. But nowadays, when we ask the printout to my students is looking, sir, you don't have laptop? You can open, there is option called reviews there. You can put the
Yeah.
questions there, we will correct the cell. See, the student mentality is totally changed. See, whatever softwares can come, but whatever we are did in the manual correction with the relation what we did, that efficiency will not come, as you said. So
That
that
was
the
that
young
was a
generation
trust,
should
sir.
learn this
No, I
thing.
think that it's more about the trust factor. So we never used to have a feeling that we cannot trust another person. So we used to usually share our work with others. We never had a feeling that if somebody will, take away our knowledge. So, but anyway, as you said, the softwares or the manual documents, we should have the trust factor to share our work with others. And the correction part of it, yes, we need to really very religiously do, and we can really help each other. Yeah.
Exactly, ma'am.
Thank, thank. Sir, one more question, sir. Sir, is there
Yes,
any
ma'am.
way to increase the citation for our published journal papers, already published
Uh,
papers?
just yeah, just now, that's why at the end of the slide before I said impact and impact factor I told. So your work should be made impact. That's why I told you should choose your hypothesis such a way. So always your mind should not think about someone should cite my paper. That is a wrong concept. We should think
Okay.
this work should be used to do this work someone to public or some other researcher, right? If someone will follow your work, if your work is reproducible, as I said, your citation will keep on increase. That's why I given very good example is Lowry method. In Lowry method, why is the school to college, everyone still we are using, even PhD research also we are using Lowry method, right? Lowry always not think that my paper should be right, cited 1,000 times. No, he carried out the work, he chosen the hypothesis such a way, it should be reproducible. Anyone will do, he will get the same results. If researchers should get such attitude, their citation will increase, H-index will increase automatically. They should not work for in such a way. That is a wrong way. Is vice versa. They should work. I should choose such a hypothesis. It's something new. Then in this field, someone will continue my research after when I finish my work also. Such attitude, if they work, their citation will automatically increase.
Thank you, sir. Sir, one more question. Is there any
Yeah.
online free standard algorithm software, sir?
Yeah, a lot of softwares is there like a balloon and everything. Lot of softwares are there, but it's not so efficient, man. They have the word limits. They have only 500 words, 600 words like that. They have limitation, and even some people will do brilliantly like 500 words keep on they will put in the free software and they will check, but always it's showing 0% of plagiarism. So this free software is always is not good, it's not so efficient. So the only option is to go paid way. Otherwise you must have more confidence on yourself, because we only wrote the entire paper, right? We know what we copied, what we written in our own. That confidence is there. There is no need any software, man. So far we are not checking any softwares. We did manually because I only wrote, so I know what I where I copied or where I written my own, right? So we had our own confidence. There is no need any software.
Sir, one more question, sir, from
Yes,
my
ma'am.
side. Sir, for writing research articles, so
Yes,
how
ma'am.
we have to choose a topic of our own research or of our interest? We already we have done work, or from the present interest, for example, COVID, like that. Also, we can choose the research article, sir.
Ma'am, can I know which field you are, ma'am? Which subject you are, ma'am?
I'm from biological sciences department, sir.
Uh,
For my
okay,
PhD, I
ma'am.
did
What is your PhD topic, ma'am?
uh, production of embryonic clones, sir, for extinction to be extinction species. In that, I done molecular work, all those things. So I have
Very good.
do that. Uh,
Yeah, ma'am. You got the point. You see, you already have the publication. Like yesterday, Professor Shanmugam sir also said that when you go to the project, you must have the previous publication, right, ma'am? The
Yes.
same way, while do the research, you already have expertise in the cloning. If
Oh,
I give the COVID gene to you, you can able to clone it or not, ma'am?
yeah.
You can do it, right? Very easily.
Yes, sir. Yes, sure.
Yeah. So your idea should be like this way, man. So you
Okay.
already have your expertise in the cloning, and you
Okay.
should take the current COVID and others. What is the antigen should be cloned to prepare the vaccine.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. So your expertise you should apply to the current problem. This is the things I
Oh,
am telling starting onwards. So
okay.
you
Thank
should
you.
take the current problems or
Okay.
or, or already existed problem, it is not addressed. For
Okay.
example, I'm also worked on cloning. You know very well, the cloning is very challenging when the size is more than 50 kb, right, ma'am?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So if you work something like if you develop some new cloning method, which size it can able to clone more than 50 kb without library construction. If you make, that will be the big achievement. Last year in Nature
Okay.
Methods, they published this work, just cloning method. The impact factor is
Okay.
around 40 something. Just they developed a new cloning method to more than 50 kb. So you are,
But
yes, ma'am.
for example, for students, PG students or BSc students, but they are very enthusiastic to write papers, but they are not did their work research work. So how they can write
Yeah,
they
I
can write the
understand.
research article?
Yeah, I understand, ma'am. That's why I told one more option is review article. For BSc peoples, you people
Yes.
to encourage to write the review article, ma'am. First year, second year in their curriculum, you can add compulsory. They should write review article. So they can do research,
Okay.
but it not be publishable. They can learn some experiment,
Okay.
but you should not publish their work. You should encourage to write the review papers, man. If they want some research work, they're thinking, you can do the survey studies. For
Okay.
example, now the COVID. Now you all know that they are giving a lot of herbal treatment, right, from Siddha medicines and all. So you can make some surveys like how many people got cured in Tirupati. You can divide the region. The students prepare some questionnaires. In the questionnaires, they can tell what is the age to what age and what is the treatment they took and what they cured that. So this kind of survey research can be given to the students, man, for BSc levels. Either survey or review paper. This is a recommended for the students. Until we don't have the fund or some small funds, we can't do some big work. But you can publish a review paper and survey also in very high impact papers.
To participants, they can interact directly with the speaker if you want to interact, or else I over to Sailesh.
Thank you, ma'am. Now the session is open for the participants to interact with Dr. Karthik sir.
If participants we have given option for you to unmute yourself and interact with the speaker.
Good evening,
Yeah.
Karthik sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Thank you, sir, for your beautiful presentation. I am from Kashmir. I am working on fruits. I am in the division of food science. Sir, can you give me some idea that how can, in the present scenario, if I want to work, because my whole research is around fruits only. So how can I increase my research in terms of in the present scenario when we have a pandemic like COVID and all? Can you have some idea related to that?
Yeah. Uh, so happy to know that So you are doing the very important topic, food biotechnology. So I want to tell that food enzyme is a very important. See, even this COVID session, in COVID time, you all know that all the shops are closed except food and food ingredients, grocery shops, right?
Right.
That itself,
Right.
it's clearly indicate the demand of this and its importance of this. So the very important thing is, I don't know you are aware or not, papain. Papain is an enzyme isolated from the papaya. It's a very high demand market rate one.
Okay.
So your research work should be focused on that. The research can be take it into the commercial value. It's not just publishing your work. How your technology should be transferred. For that, you should take the list of food industry enzyme and what is their demand. I will give best example for this. Sugar cane juice, right?
Right.
Sugar cane juice. Sugar cane juice is a very high minerals content. Due to its high carbon content, we unable to preserve long time. Okay, so the industry people they like to have any person have idea who can store the sugar can in a can for long storage for export. It's a maybe very small things, but it needs some presence of mind, right? We all know sugar can when you go to the shop, immediately we will drink and come. But when you go to the commercialization, I said when I am in China, I get the coconut, tin coconut water, which is we are getting natural. Is Thailand company selling the coconut water in the tin can. Okay, the price is much higher than what we are getting natural. And even it have even it has the preservative, it has some small. But due to its health importance, still people ready to drink. And cities like a Shanghai, London, they are have such kind of. So you also should think your research in this COVID kind of situation, how your research food enzymes or fruit product should be given stored in long storage without spoilage. So those kind of area, if you focus, it have huge demand in the market worldwide.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Yeah.
Is there any more questions from the participants?
With regard to citation index, you have given
Yes, sir.
two things like Google Scholar and Scopus,
Yes, sir.
right? There is one more, I
Yeah.
think, ResearchGate. Don't Is it not possible to like consider the ResearchGate as one of the citation index because
Yes, sir. Research gate is
ResearchGate
not
is
considered.
also followed everywhere, I think, and it has also got a very good credibility, and people, I think, every day they use it for citations and all. So why can't we consider actually ResearchGate as a mark?
Yes, sir. I will tell what is the reason, sir. In one of my slide, I mentioned that what is the drawback of Google Scholar, right, sir? Google Scholar and Scopus, I shown H-index differentiation, right, sir?
Yeah, yeah.
Repetition.
Replicas and
Yeah, yes, sir.
duplications will be there. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
but
Same problem in
ResearchGate,
research
I
gates.
don't find actually such kind of problem, I guess.
No, sir, it's there. In my paper itself, same like a Google Scholar, my
Okay,
one paper it repeated 3-4 times, sir. I unable to remove it at all. ResearchGate is like a LinkedIn, like a Facebook, sir. What is the
okay,
only difference is the Facebook, all the peoples will share their personal things. In ResearchGate shared only the research details.
okay.
There is one option is there in ResearchGate, sir. I can add my papers by myself.
Yeah,
Remaining, they will deduct by things. So if the paper already detected by ResearchGate and I also added that, it taking 2 times, sir, the same paper.
okay, okay. But actually, it
That's why
accepts
ResearchGate is there.
directly from the PubMed, and it will ask you like
Not
whether
only
you are.
PubMed, sir.
Yeah, it will
It's taken
also.
to Google Scholar. That is a problem.
Okay. So duplication problem
It's
is there
not
with
taking from
the.
Google Scholar means ResearchGate is good.
Yeah, yeah. Google Scholar, I I too had that problem. Actually, it duplicates, triplicates, and replicas will be there. So many problems are there with the Google Scholar. You will see like more citations with the Google Scholar, but that problem is not there with
Yes, sir.
Scopus as I it's okay. H index also
Exactly, sir.
calculated with the help of a citation. I can correct.
And even it removing the self citation, sir, because
Yeah, yeah,
most of the people just now is
yeah, yeah,
so
correct.
in Google that most of the things is based on self citation. Scopus it remove automatically, sir, because they made a program such a way.
Okay.
Uh, that's why the Scopus is not free, sir. It's a paid one.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
correct.
why I told all the database are not free. That's why nowadays what they're doing, sir, when I do the review lot of journals, I'm reviewing for around 20, 30 journals. I'm a reviewer. When we review nowadays, they are giving complimentary for us. 30 days I can get the free access for Scopus.
Okay. How do you identify fake journals? Maybe paid fake journals. You said something like uh, they give some impact
Yes, sir.
factor, general citation. Yeah, science citation impact factor,
Yes,
and they'll say like it is a 5 or 7 or sometimes even 14 also I have seen. Even above nature
yes, sir.
impact factors also they are showing. But how can we identify like whether it is a fake journal or a true journal? Is there anything that we with which we can differentiate?
Yes, sir. As I mentioned, the first one is the SCI impact factor, right, sir?
Yeah,
Thomson Reuters.
yeah.
If you go to the Thomson Reuters website, they are publishing the impact factor of all the journals, sir. Biology,
Oh,
chemistry, physics, engineering,
oh,
management, all the list they are publishing, sir. Every year they are updating.
okay,
They are publishing in the PDF format. I have this year list. I will give you. It
okay,
will be once again updated next August only, sir.
okay. So till then there won't be any change in the impact factors.
No
Yeah,
changes, sir.
yeah, yeah. I think every year only once
So
they are
every
going to.
research,
Yeah.
exactly, sir. Every year, the July and August, this month only they are updating, sir.
Okay. So if our journal is
So,
like whatever the journal we want to, we wish to publish, if it is available in that database, then only we have to choose. Otherwise, it is not better not to choose.
you,
Correct?
yes, sir. Exactly, sir. That is one criteria.
Uh,
As well as I said, maybe the publisher have maybe the journal started new,
okay.
so they don't have the impact factor, sir. I said the Thomson writers publish only the impact factor list, not without impact.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Correct.
So that's why you should know site score. I mentioned after journal impact, I mentioned one more is site score, sir.
Okay.
Site score also, that's why is the criteria. It's to impact and even SNP, SNIP. These two also you can see the journal.
Yeah.
The fake journals can't make this two. So this
Okay.
two you can check in the website. That's why you should choose the good publisher like
Yeah.
ACS, Royal Society, Elsevier. This kind of publisher, if you choose, you can't get the any fakes.
Yeah.
Top 5 publisher you should remember.
Yeah, yeah. These fake journals, they also give ISSN number and ISBN number because every journal will have that number, correct? ISSN number. I, I think there is some problem with your mic.
Yes, I'm not getting your voice, sir. Can you repeat the question, sir?
My voice is not clear.
Now it's clear, sir.
Okay,
Now you
okay.
can tell me, sir.
So, yeah, yeah. Actually, fake journals they provide ISSN number and ISBN number, but for every journal there will be ISSN and ISBN number. So should not actually like simply follow ISSN number and ISBN number is there, so we can publish. Correct? I think.
That's why my starting slide I mentioned, sir. Very good example I given.
Yeah, yeah.
ISSN number
It will
is
be
like a
given to
house
every
number.
journal,
If
correct?
I apply to the corporation, I will get anyone.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly, sir. So it's a free of cost, sir. What you must know,
Yeah.
ISSN is a free of cost.
Yeah, yeah, right.
anyone can get.
Yeah.
If I have the website, nowadays anyone can create the website, right, sir? If I create
Yeah.
the website, I apply to the ISO, I will get the ISSN number. It's easy to get. So
Yeah.
that's why ISSN is not at all is a criteria. Everyone
Yeah.
should
Correct.
remember that.
And in some of the colleges, they are asking only for that ISSN and ISBN numbers. They don't want to see the impact factors and all. They just want to see whether the journal has got ISSN number and ISBN number. They don't ask for anything else. Citation, they don't ask. Impact factor, they don't ask. They will ask only for ISSN and ISBN number. For every simple journal also, there will be ISSN and ISBN number. Correct. I don't know,
Yes, sir.
like what.
That's why, exactly, sir. What is the problem? I will tell you, sir. The problem is most of the people, as we discuss, they're not updated. Most of the professor not get updated. See, because even I told the SNP value is introduced just to 2017, sir. So
Yeah.
how the peoples will know that? So
Hmm.
that's why we should invite the quality speakers. See, that UGC regularly conducting FDP, but most of the colleges not conducting this kind of awareness program between the faculties. And olden time they had the journal clubs for scholars. But like this, one faculty club should be there, sir.
Yeah, yeah, correct.
The faculty club should have this kind of healthy activities, should share what is the updates happening like this, like a journal like this newly introduced.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
I also got this knowledges. As I said, I met most of the chief editors. When I had chance to interact with them, they told this kind of stories.
Yeah.
Snips, values, corpus, lot of things are coming day by day, new factors coming, all
Yeah.
for money. It's also like a business for them. So to choose this, we also should have some awareness through this kind of FDPs should be conducted regularly to the faculties, create the awareness.
Yeah.
Then only we can completely eradicate these fake publications.
Yeah, actually, UGC also had made certain things. Like I'll say, like there is one care list of journals, and every year actually they are reducing that number. And when you see like
Yes.
this is good journal, and when you publish a paper, next year that journal won't be there in that care list. So maybe they have
You
to.
understand, sir.
Yeah, yeah. So they have to, when they are going to prepare the list of care journals, they need to see everything, and then only they'll list it out. Otherwise, when after you publish, when they remove that the journal from the next care list in the next year, then it will be a problem, like we will not be having that publication.
You understand, sir. That's why yesterday professor told one word. I am also continuing the same thing. Even he's experienced guy. I am even young guy. I also should address that. What is that, sir? The old people only made the committee, right?
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
though they are seniors, their time there is not updated like a 2017. I told lot of new tools came. So when the government make the team, they always make the young senior people, not the youngster and senior combination. If they
Yeah.
made such a teams only, we can avoid. Why UGC every time the list is changing means because when the people always they are checking the old. As I said, if I want to Scopus index, I will tell the story, sir. Scopus,
Hmm.
if you want to pay each paper this much amount like that, you want to pay the Scopus. If that year, if I'm not getting more papers, I can't pay to the Scopus. So I will not get the index to the Scopus. I will withdraw from that.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so even though this year I am Scopus index, next year I don't have the Scopus index.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. So
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is the
yeah.
problem. UGC, why every year they're updating means the youngsters like who did the postdocs and abroad, if they have the team, and with the seniors, the combination team only should prepare this kind of list. Then only it should not be. It should be updated. As you said, the journal should not be removed. It should be just addition only should be there.
Yeah, yeah, correct.
For the sake of faculty
Yeah,
things,
yeah.
it should not be removed
Removing
as.
means, yeah, removing means they were not thinking it before, and later realizing it.
Yeah, because of this lack of this knowledge.
Yeah,
That's why I said. So
yeah,
obviously the professors also they don't know, right, sir? How they know that? Because most of the old old-time professors, they published it only in CSIR journal. Still they are try to prefer CSIR journal, sir. You know, sir, still they are doing hard copy correction in this current time also. 1 year
Yeah.
it take to review CSIR
Yeah.
journals.
Yeah. Right. Thank you for
This is
very
a
wonderful
long gap,
presentation.
still technology gap is there, sir.
Yeah. Thank you for wonderful presentation, Karthik sir. It was very nice.
Thank you very much, sir.
What to you, Shailishri?
Thank you, sir, and thank you. May I now request UG and PD coordinator, Dr. P. Manohar, sir, to say a few words about faculty development program.
Thank
Please,
you, Shaileshri. Respected Principal Madam, Dr. V. Ashalata Madam, and FDP Coordinator, Dr. C. Lekapria Madam, and organizing members, S. V. Ravikant and Sridevi Madam, and technical support, Manishankar and Srivani Madam. Anchoring team, HODs, faculty members of Sri Janiketan Degree College, student volunteers, and all participants of this two-day faculty development program on writing a research proposal for funding agencies and hands-on training in advanced research tools. So, good afternoon to all. This is Manohar, UG and PG coordinator of Sri Janiketan Degree College. It's my privilege to speak about this great faculty development program. First of all, we are very much honored to all our resource persons of this faculty development program for accepting our invitation, for enlightening the knowledge of all participants. I appreciate all participants who are highly responded and registered to this faculty development program. Now, I want to say a few words about the four sessions in this FDP. Research is essential for all academicians in all the fields of science, arts, and technology. Any researcher has to think about the three common issues in their research if they want to enter into the research. Number one, how to write a good research proposal. Second one, what are the appropriate tools need to be used. And third one, how to publish a research paper. I strongly believe that this two-day FDP has fulfilled these issues. Now, I want to share a few words about each session. When it comes to the first session, hands-on training on the advanced research tools, EndNote and Mendeley, by Dr. Vishnu, sir. It is an activity we'll use as training tool themselves. All the participants have gained a lot with this session. Wonderful session taken by Vishnu, sir. Thank you, sir. And coming to the second session, that is, it was yesterday's session, writing good research proposal for getting grants by Shanmugha Sundaram sir. It is a right approach to address the needs and achieve good results, also to ensure accountability. This ability to understand the needs of every researcher. It was a really wonderful session. This session helped a lot to all our participants. Thank you, Sundaram sir. And regarding the third session, hands-on training on the advanced research tools, LaTeX, a professional way to write a research article by Dr. Sai Ramesh, today's morning session it was. This learning tool allows every researcher, especially practical applications, they can relate what they are learning to their own work environment. It can offer practice in problem solving and critical thinking. I thought all participants have experienced a lot with this session. Thank you, Sai Ramesh sir. Coming to the last but not the least, final destination of every researcher uh, has to publish their papers in reputed journals. This is the fourth session just to have completed successfully. How to publish a research paper in high impact journals by Karthik sir. There are two reasons I can say why people publish their research paper. Number one, to make everyone in the field aware of the research they have conducted. Other people may read and benefit from their work. And second point is to gain respect of their peers and boost their CV. I am sure that this session helped a lot to all our participants. Thank you so much, Karthik sir. You have given a lot of information about how to publish a research paper in reputed journals. You have learned a lot, even though I am doctorate for the past 20 years. I have been working in Janiketan Degree College. I have gained a lot of information from you, sir. Thank you, thank you. Personally, I am thankful to you. With this, I can say that this two-day FDP covers almost all the major requirements in research. Based on the feedback received from all the participants in these 4 sessions of two-day FDP, I am confidently say that this two-day FDP has reached expectations of all the participants. On the behalf of all participants, we thank to all resource persons once again for sharing their knowledge to all of us. Finally, I congratulate the coordinator, Dr. C. Lekapriya Madam, and organizers for organizing this two-day faculty development program in a systematic manner. Finally, now I will end my speech with a simple quote: "Sky is the limit for research. Sky is the limit for research." So I hope this type of faculty development programs are expecting from the organizers in future also. Thank you one and all for giving this opportunity. Thank you. Thank you. Over to Tailestry.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, sir. I'm Dr. S. Parvati. Thank
Department
you.
of
I thank the organizer for arranging such a wonderful program. At the same time, though the resource person has accepted to share the PPD, we have not received in the WhatsApp or mail because in the Manly and the latex we have some doubts to take it from the PPD. I was taking photographs. The resource person told he is ready to share, so I stopped taking photographs. I have doubts in these. So please, as the resource person has accepted, please share it. Recording you can edit and send later. At least PPT. Otherwise, we will forget. We don't work immediately. Hope you understand. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. May I request our head Department of Biological Sciences, Dr. S. Ravikant, sir, to propose vote of thanks. Please, sir.
Dr. Karthik is a well-known personality to SVDC as he delivered a guest lecture to our students a couple of years ago. It is indeed an honor to have you with us again. On behalf of the organizing committee, I wish you good luck, and I am sure you will make a huge contribution to research and you will own many patents. This is just a beginning, and I am sure your thirst for research will make you file many more patents in future. Dr. Karthik laid special emphasis on original research, writing review articles, clinical trials, case studies, and book review. You have very clearly explained about writing a paper right from abstract, keywords, to references and supplement information. Inclusion of softwares like SPSS, Mendeley, and EndNote is also necessary. You also made a special mention of covering letter 2 and way to answer the reviewer comments. Thanks for acknowledging English faculty. I had biological sciences, but I teach English as I have a postgraduate degree in English. I would be definitely happy to help our colleagues in correcting grammatical mistakes, how to minimize plagiarism if I can get the original articles that they include while writing their research work, to minimize plagiarism in their articles. In fact, this is a serious test to English faculty as it enables them to sharpen their skills as well. My sincere thanks to our beloved and dynamic principal, Dr. Asha Lata Madam, for all her help and encouragement. Thanks, Madam. Thanks to our UG coordinator, Dr. P. Manohar, for all his support. He summed up the entire sessions in a capsule and appreciated the organizing committee of this FDP. Thank you very much, sir. I would like to express my thanks to Mrs. Shrivani and Mr. Manishankar for all the technical support they have lent in successful conduct of the program. I would like to express my heartfelt thanks to all the participants and students without whom this event would not have been unfolded. I would like to thank student coordinators, Ms. Shailashri, Shravan Sundaramurthy, Manasa, Swati Ramchandran, and Mr. Mahesh for all their efforts in making this FDP a grand success. I thank our management for supporting us in all possible ways and making the event possible. I would like to thank media team of Sri Vidyaniketan Educational Trust for designing brochures and e-certificates. I like to place on record that the FDP coordinator, Dr. Lekha worked tirelessly day in and day out to make this FDP happen. Dr. Lekha spent sleepless nights in contacting the resource persons and bringing them all to this platform. Simultaneously, she coordinated with student coordinators and technical staff to conduct this FDP program. She deserves special thanks because she conducted a webinar a couple of weeks back and immediately she took a bigger assignment of organizing FDP. Thanks, Amma. You have not only made Department of Biological Sciences proud, but also Vidyaniketan Degree College very proud. As Principal Madam informed the gathering, faculties right from Kashmir to down south attend this program, and all this credit goes to Dr. Lekha. FDP is a grand success, and I am sure you deserve sufficient rest after this program. I would like to inform Dr. Parvati that she was insisting on PPTs. Madam, don't worry, you will get all the PPTs of all the resource persons. We are at it and we will send it as early as possible. Thanks, one and all. Back to you, Shailashri.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. I thank all the participants for joining us today in session 4 of Faculty Development Program. Over to Dr. Charles Lekha ma'am.
We are extremely thankful to Dr. L. Karthik sir for accepting our invitation despite his busy schedule and sharing his valuable thoughts and experiences with all of us. Thank you, sir, for sharing valuable information which would definitely help the young researchers to publish papers in high reputed journals. We thank you so much for making all things possible in the organization of FDP. We thank management of Sri Vidyaniketan Educational Institutions for their support from the beginning to the end of the program. Our heartfelt thanks to Dr. D. Ashalata ma'am, Dr. P. Manohar sir, UG and PG coordinator, Dr. S. V. Ravikant sir, head for Department of Biological Sciences for their guidance, encouragement in successful organization of FDP. We once again thank Srivani ma'am, Munishankar sir and my colleague Dr. V. Sridevi ma'am for their constant support. We thank all the participants without whom the event wouldn't be successful. Dear participants, please make a note that feedback link will be sent within a couple of days to your registered mails. Participants will receive e-certificates through mail after filling and submitting the feedback forms. Take care, be safe. Thank you, one and all.
Yeah, thank you to all the participants. Once again, all our blessings and best wishes are always there with you. I hope that many more community. So once thank you everyone, and be safe in this COVID time. We can do more, like in the digital world than what we really thought. So it is bringing us much more closer than we expected. Thanks, and be always positive. God will always bless all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Ending the session. Thank you so much, Karthik sir, for making the event successful. Thank you so much, sir.
It's our pleasure. It's really happy to once again see all the people as a good team effort. As we said, we will see some good outcome come from this FDP. That is more happy for us. We hope Niketan will come out with the better quality papers soon. We are happy to be supportive of this.
Thank
you very much. One and all.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, one and all.